Hey guys, how's it going? Just coming with another video. I know it's been a little bit of time since I did a video last, but here I am. And yes, I did get my hair cut. Kind of need to press the reset button. And the last time I did a video was about a month ago on my birthday, which whatever birthday wishes I got is much appreciated. I'm 31, so there you go. But I just thought I'd say that. So anyway, this video that I'm doing here, if you can tell, is me talking. I know I said on one of my past videos, hey, this is some of the videos I'm going to be talking about. This one here is going to be talking, based on my last video, I talked about what I did, all I did when I went to AwesomeCon last year, because I do conventions from time to time. This one here, I'm going to be talking about Baltimore Comic-Con. So I'm just kind of doing a follow-up with my video. And as an aside, I let you know I went to Annapolis Comic-Con this year for the second time. That's going to be its own video. So yeah, expect that at some point down the pipeline. So there you go. So anyway, Baltimore Comic Con. How was that? It was. I mean, well, first off, let me say it's a convention, of course, that I've heard of, just had just never been before until last October. It was my first time. My dad and I went. Um, reason being, well, I guess one thing I'd never been to the convention before. I have now, but still, um, you know, yeah, how that came about was, we were making plans to take a trip up to Gettysburg, but which have been which I've been to plenty of times, because I've been to the state, I've been to the area, um, but we're making plans to go up there, but when I'm not happening, um, so because my um, so in its place, I said, said to my dad, hey, said to my dad, hey, why don't we go to Baltimore Comic-Con? I was like, okay. Well, it would have been my dad, myself, and my mom when I came to Gettysburg, but again, like I said, it didn't happen. So, anyway, and Baltimore Comic-Con itself is a 3-day convention. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We wanted to go on Sunday. We were thinking about Saturday, but that didn't happen. So, which I'm kind of glad that was the case because um, I live in Maryland, by the way, and Third Eye Comics, which is a comic book store in Annapolis. It's branched out and it's got different locations, by the way, but its main stores in Annapolis. And since it was close to Halloween, they're having a little bit of an event there, and I made a stop. I made a stop there while we are there, and so I'm kind of glad I'm glad we went on Sunday because I wanted to make a trip to Third Eye Comics, which of course I did. And well, the next day we went to Baltimore Comic Con. Now I know there's Baltimore County and Baltimore City, by the way. This is in Baltimore City. That's where the convention center is. Um, um, Now I've driven by the convention center, but just again never been inside it until this event. Which, by the way, that's where um, I think that's where Otakon used to take place, but then they've moved it to DC at the same convention center. AwesomeCon takes place at. So yeah. Um, and this was my first time at um, Baltimore Comic Con, like I said. So we went there, and funny thing is, we um, when my dad and I actually showed up, we were trying to figure out trying to find a place to park, and we took a particular turn and all that. We wound up getting slightly lost because we went in a particular direction we didn't mean to go to, and a U-turn, a UE, was not immediately doable. So we kind of had to come back through another way, and it was a tad bit getting lost. Well, we got just a tad bit, but we were able to find our way back. And of course, now that my dad on a whim decided to want to look around in the area a little bit before we went there, and I was like, come on, dude, I want to get to a convention here. So yeah, but ultimately we made it. So um, And did I do any cosplaying? Yes, I did. I yet again um, dressed up as my makeshift Ezra Bridger costume. So because I've kind of taken an interest in cosplaying recently, so yeah, I'm still new to it, but still. So I dressed up as that. Um, if you if you're friends with me on Facebook and you've seen some pictures, or if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen an idea of what my costume looks like. So, but yeah, so I dressed up as that again. So, so we got checked and we did some walking around and all that. Did I meet anybody in particular? Yes, I did. Um, excuse me. Of course, I also what all did I do? I did walked around, got some pictures, and just kind of observing the scenery. And in terms of meeting people, I got to meet at least one person who was looking to meet, and that's Veronica Taylor. If you're wondering who she is, the OG voice actress for Ash Ketchum in the Pokemon anime. So, and obviously, if you know your Pokemon, though, there it is. I mean, and we know that started off as games, then took off from there, and blah 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 blah. And like I said, OG voice actress for Ash. The current voice actress, her name is Sarah Natachani. So, but like I said, met her. I think she also voiced Ash's mom, and she also voiced May from the Gen 3 era. Ruby and Sapphire, and whoever else you know voiced. But her as Ash Ketchum. So I met her, and when I got myself settled in terms, in terms of like, I mean, I was having a couple dollars in my pocket and all that. Just yeah. So I went up and met her, and I waited a little while, but I wound up chatting with her and all that. She was very nice. So, let's see here. Um, uh, um, got her autograph. So, well, it's got both my dad's name and myself. So, but I just happen to be in possession of it. So, um, and I kind of walked around a good bit and just got some pictures and she also gave a card to both my dad and myself that she and her daughter made. It looks something like this. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, so I just happen to be in possession of both those things. And and I think these things too right here. Sorry for the glare. But yeah, I got those. So, and I also kind of did I also pick up any other merchandise? See, there's this thing right here. It's the sword from Lord of the Rings. It's called Sting. Yeah, my dad bought it. Cause I guess probably because he thought it was cool, but then he wound up buying an actual sword. Believe it or not, because I guess there are sometimes when it comes to events like this or things that are similar to them. I guess you can actually. It's not like it's an arms dealer or anything like that, or you can buy like guns, grenades, or rocket launch. Because we're at a convention, so. I think it's made by a cosplay company that happened to make an actual sword or something like that. But of course, if you're cosplaying, obviously I advise using actual weapons. But it's actually my dad's. So, and even if it was mine, I'm not sure it'd be a good idea to show it off on screen. So maybe it's better that's not mine. So, but if you have an idea of what I'm talking about, when it comes to going to conventions and buying actual swords or something like that. Well, like I said, if it comes to conventions or things like that, and they sell them, your best bet sell things like this, your best bet is to either, of course, take it to your car, or if you're gonna carry it around with you, keep it packaged up. This could be so kind of like with the Ren Fair. I think they do something similar, sell actual swords, but you just don't walk around with them or use them, even if you mean well. So, but yeah, but this thing here is just an actual plastic sword. So once my dad actually bought an actual one, he just gave me this one. Like, here you go. So even even though I didn't buy it myself, I want to get my hands on it. So yeah. And I also picked this thing up. It's called I have a brand called Two Comics. I first heard of that brand when I went to Annapolis Comic-Con last year, and I one of the guys there who helped make it. In fact, I think his name is Jay. In fact, I can pull up the website right here. Because I met him again at Annapolis Comic-Con this year, by the way. Which I can give you. I can give a link to the website, by the way. So I saw that. But anyway, I saw that Brando center. Just thought I'd check it out. And hey, we took Jen. He's a nice guy. And which this is the first issue I picked up at Annapolis Comic-Con. But I guess just to give them my business, and this one, which I'll probably have to catch up on my reading, by the way. So, but I think this one might be a standalone issue, but I know this one right here, I think is meant to be part of a series, and but I just thought I'd check in with them and just hey, how you doing? And I'd give my business when it comes to giving a comic and all that. And a separate comic here called Struggle Times at Two-Land High. So, but I just thought since that Brando's actors and having already been familiar with them, just let me check it out again real quick. So there you go. Well, yeah. So, were there any disappointments? At least one. That being that John Leguizamo from there. If you know who he is, he made the Ice Age movies. Luigi from the Super Mario Brothers. He worked with Pacino a couple of times. One with Carlito's Way, the other one with Richard Kill. So, that guy. So I was thinking about meeting him too, but only reason I didn't, I wanted to meet Veronica Taylor first, and then of course I did some walking around. I did see him from a distance. And when I did try to meet him, because you could kind of tell that his booth was closed up. But I did ask one of his handlers, "Hey, is he closing up shop?" He said, "Yeah, he is." So, so it's not that I didn't want to meet him. I did, but in my mind, anyway, I just chalked that up to not doing so when I had the chance. So, yeah. Maybe hopefully next time though, whatever convention it is and wherever it may be, if we do happen to run into each other, and hopefully he's a nice guy. So, but that was my only disappointment. Is so but anyway, so I guess for me that was just kind of my experience. Just got to meet a person or two, did some cosplaying, walking around. Yeah, except for my one disappointment, I had a good time. So, and hopefully I can go this year if possible. So, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, I guess with all that said, here's my video, and that's kind of what happened with me and all that. So, I guess keep an eye out for my next video, which will be on Annapolis Comic-Con, which was the last video I did before I went on my extended hiatus, which was not of my choice, but I did. So, you know, so I guess with all that said, uh, rate, comment, subscribe, check my channel out, keep an eye out for future videos, and which, by the way, whatever any other conventions I do this year, expect a video on them at some point. So I guess with all that said, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.